In the bustling heart of Houston, where the skyline pulses with ambition and the air hums with the rhythm of black excellence, we dive into the raw, unfiltered world of Heart Hustle. Houston Season 1, Episode 6, titled Back in the Saddle, a poignant chapter that captures the women's triumphant return to their passions amid life's curveballs. Airing on OWN on September 13, 2025, this episode spotlights the unbreakable sisterhood of six trailblazing black women: Elena Salisbury, the glam queen behind Color du Jour makeup empire Ro Pichardo, the nightlife innovator Labrina Jackson, spa owner and devoted mom Latoria Norman, the resilient real estate mogul Munira Payne, the fierce fashion entrepreneur and Chiniqua Petaway, the creative force in media as they juggle boss moves, marital strains, and motherhood with unyielding grace. The episode opens with Ro, the 39-year-old single mom and hospitality powerhouse, whose life takes a dramatic turn as she stares at a pregnancy test in her sleek downtown loft, the Houston skyline twinkling mockingly outside her window. Her hands tremble after years of building iconic nightlife spots like upscale lounges that draw crowds from across Texas. This potential bundle of joy could upend her empire. Ro confides in her bestie Elena over a late-night coffee at a trendy Montrose cafe. Copyright, tears mixing with her signature bold laugh. "I've hustled solo for so long that am I ready to saddle up with a little one?" Elena, 38 and nearly 15 years into her marriage to Joshua, nods empathetically, sharing how her own role as a mentor to young makeup artists at Color du Jour has taught her that vulnerability is the ultimate power move. Meanwhile, across town at Labrina's luxurious spa, the group gathers for a much-needed girls' day. Steam rooms filled with the scent of essential oils and heartfelt confessions. Labrina, the married mom of two and spa visionary, boasts with her trademark warmth, treating the women to facials and foot soaks that symbolize their collective self-care amid the grind. But the real heat builds when Latoria, still reeling from the profound grief of losing her partner in the tragic accident detailed in earlier episodes, announces she's dipping her toes back into the dating pool. "It's time to get back in the saddle," she declares, her voice cracking as she scrolls through profiles on her phone, the weight of widowhood lifting slightly with each swipe. The sisters rally around her, Chiniqua offering tech-savvy tips from her media background, while Munira, the fashionista with a sharp eye for style, suggests outfit ideas for that first coffee date. Flashbacks intercut Latoria's journey, from closing real estate deals that netted her millions to quiet nights alone, now evolving into hopeful mornings. The episode weaves an entrepreneurial heist: Elena sealing a major partnership for Color du Jour with a Houston boutique chain, her team buzzing in the studio as brushes fly and palettes pop with vibrant colors. Yet, personal stakes soar when Ro visits her doctor, the ultrasound confirming the pregnancy, sending her into a whirlwind of emotions: joy for her daughter, fear for her nightlife ventures that demand late nights she can no longer afford. She calls an emergency sisterhood meeting at her rooftop bar, the Houston lights below mirroring her sparkling yet uncertain future. Munira, ever the bold one, shares a laugh about her own fashion line's latest runway show, but hints at marital tensions with her husband, setting up future drama. This opening act pulses with the show's core: art as the foundation, hustle as the engine, and sisterhood as the fuel, reminding viewers that getting back in the saddle isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. As the women clink glasses in a toast to new beginnings, the camera lingers on their fierce faces, a testament to black women's resilience in H-Town's competitive arena. Approximately 10,000 characters, as the Houston sun climbs higher, casting golden hues over the city's eclectic neighborhoods. Heart Hustle, Houston S1E6 delves deeper into the women's emotional cores, transforming spa lounges and boardrooms into arenas of raw revelation and renewed resolve. Ro's pregnancy news ripples through the group like a Texas thunderstorm, prompting a heartfelt roundtable at Labrina's ranch on the outskirts of town, where horses graze peacefully, symbolizing the back in the saddle theme. Ro, her tough exterior cracking, admits the fear of balancing motherhood with her empire of nightlife hotspots, envisioning baby bottles amid bottle service, her single mom status amplifying the stakes after years of pouring everything into her businesses. Elena, drawing from her own balancing act as a wife, mom, and CEO, shares how she and Joshua navigated rough patches in their 15-year marriage, like when Color du Jour's expansion nearly bankrupted them, but date nights and open talks kept them riding high. The sisters listen intently, Shaniqua filming snippets for her media projects, capturing the vulnerability that fuels their bond. Meanwhile, Latwaria's quest for love takes center stage as she steps out on her first date since her loss, a charming dinner at a cozy midtown bistro with a fellow entrepreneur whose easy smile eases her grief-stricken heart. Dressed in a sleek black dress curated by Munira's fashion flair, Latwaria opens up about her real estate triumphs, closing a multi-million-dollar deal earlier that week, but also her lingering sorrow, tears flowing as she toasts to second chances. The date ends on a high note, with a tentative second meetup promise, marking her triumphant return to vulnerability. Back at the ranch, Munira pulls Elena aside for a private confessional, her voice dropping to a whisper as she unpacks the painful childhood marked by absent parents and early responsibilities that shaped her hustler's edge. "I built my fashion line from scraps because no one handed me anything," Munira says, revealing foster care stints and the drive to create stability for her own family now. Elena, the group's emotional anchor, hugs her tightly, sharing her own stories of imposter syndrome in the beauty industry, where as a black woman, she fought for shelf space in a market dominated by mainstream brands. Labrina facilitates a group therapy-like session, inspired by her spa's wellness ethos, where each woman writes letters to their younger self, SRO penning words of courage for the mom she's becoming. Latwaria forgiving her past grief. Entrepreneurial threads weave throughout. Shaniqua pitches a collaborative media project with the group, leveraging her creative skills to amplify their stories, while Munira reveals a setback in her fashion line's supply chain, but rallies with a pop-up shop idea that gets everyone excited. Flashbacks highlight prior episodes' tensions, like Munira's confrontation with Latwaria over business boundaries, now evolving into deeper understanding. The episode's midpoint peaks with a group horseback ride at the ranch, the women laughing as they get back in the saddle, literally and figuratively, dust kicking up under hooves as they bond over shared dreams and fears. OWN's cinematography captures the Houston essence of vibrant murals in the background, soulful RB underscoring emotional beats, making viewers feel the pulse of sisterhood. This segment underscores the show's magic. In the hustle of business and life, it's the heart-to-hearts that keep these women galloping forward, turning personal saddles into shared strength. Approximately 10,000 characters, tensions and triumphs collide in the latter half of Heart Hustle, Houston S1E6, as the women harness their vulnerabilities to propel their hustles. With Houston's diverse backdrop from sleek corporate offices to intimate home gatherings serving as the stage for profound growth and unyielding support. Ro, now embracing her pregnancy with cautious optimism, dives back into her nightlife world by scouting a new venue in the vibrant T2 district, her baby bump not yet showing but her resolve shining brighter than ever. She confides in Labrina during a spa treatment, worrying about the late hours clashing with prenatal needs. But Labrina, drawing from her own life as a mom of two and spawner, encourages her. Motherhood doesn't dim your light, it fuels it. Meanwhile, Latwaria's dating journey blossoms into a second date, this time a romantic stroll along Buffalo Bayou, where she shares more about her grief, the man listening intently and revealing his own losses, forging a connection that feels like destiny. The sisters debrief over a video call, Munira hyping her up with fashion advice for future outings, while Shaniqua suggests documenting the romance for a potential media series. But the episode's emotional core intensifies when Munira's childhood revelations unfold further during a one-on-one with Elena at a Quiet Heights cafe copyright, where she details the abuse and instability that drove her to build a fashion empire from her garage. "I hustled to heal," Munira admits, tears streaming as Elena validates her pain, sharing how her own marital strains with Joshua amid Color du Jour's growth attested her resilience, but therapy and sisterhood pulled her through. The group converges at Shaniqua's media studio for a collaborative brainstorming session, where entrepreneurial sparks fly. Elena proposes a beauty fashion crossover line, Labrina offers spot tie-ins for wellness events, and Roe envisions nightlife pop-ups featuring their brands. Yet, challenges arise. Roe faces investor pushback on her pregnancy, fearing it signals unreliability, but she stands firm, negotiating a deal that accommodates her future as a mom boss. Latveria hits a snag in the real estate closing due to market fluctuations, but draws strength from her budding romance. Channeling grief into determination, Munira confronts a family member over past traumas in a tense phone call, emerging empowered to expand her line internationally. Flashbacks tie back to earlier episodes, like the group's spot S1E3 where boundaries were tested, now showing evolution into deeper trust. The women celebrate small wins with impromptu dinner at Latveria's upscale home, toasting with Houston-brewed craft beers and soul food spreads. Laughter echoing as they share saddle stories of moments of falling off and getting back up. OWN's production shines with dynamic editing, quick cuts between high-stakes meetings and tender moments, underscoring the balance of heart and hustle. This act builds to a crescendo of empowerment, illustrating how these women, through shared pain and collective ambition, redefine success in H-Town, proving that getting back in the saddle requires not just grit, but grace from your sisters. Approximately 10,000 characters. As Heart Hustle, Houston S1E6 gallops toward its inspiring close, the women's journeys culminate in a symphony of resilience and renewal, leaving viewers uplifted by the unbreakable bonds forged in Houston's fiery forge of dreams and determination. Roe, fully recommitted to her path, announces at a group brunch in the sunny Galleria area that she's partnering with a family-friendly lounge concept, adapting her nightlife savvy for her impending motherhood, her sisters cheering as she toasts to baby steps and big hustles. Latveria's romance deepens with a third day, a heartfelt picnic where she fully opens up about her late partner, the man responding with empathy that seals their spark, marking her true return to love's saddle after grief's long ride. Munira, healed by her confessions, launches a capsule collection inspired by her childhood scars, debuting it at a pop-up event where Elena provides makeup demos, Labrina offers on-site massages, and Chinik live streams the buzz, turning personal pain into profitable unity. The episode weaves in marital and maternal reflections. Elena and Joshua renew their spark with a surprise date night, discussing how color du jour's success strengthens their bond. Labrina balances spark expansions with family game nights, her kids' laughter a reminder of the heart behind the hustle. Chinikwa secures a media deal to chronicle the group's stories, while Roe attends a prenatal class, visualizing her daughter amid her empire's growth. Tensions from past episodes like Munira's earlier clashes resolve in a final sisterhood circle at Roe's rooftop, where apologies flow and hugs seal forgiveness, the Houston stars above witnessing their evolution. Flashbacks recap the season's arc, from Premier's bold introductions to E6's vulnerable peaks, showcasing growth in business deals closed, relationships mended, and self-love embraced. The women end with a symbolic horseback trail ride at dawn, saddles creaking as they ride into the sunrise, voices overlapping in affirmations of support. OWN's finale montage pulses with empowering music, clips of their Empire's makeup studios buzzing, spas steaming, fashion shows strutting, real estate signs sold, nightlife lights flashing, media screens glowing affirming Black women's power in H-Town. Post-episode teases hint at future seasons' drama, but this installment stands as a beacon. Back in the Saddle isn't just a title, it's a mantra for these boss ladies who prove that with heart, hustle, and sisters by your side, you can conquer any trail. Viewers are left motivated, ready to mount their own challenges, celebrating the show's testament to resilience, community, and unapologetic Black girl magic.